So welcome to story time. Today I'm going to talk about the time that I did the Next Great Magician. So one of my most popular videos on my channel, which has got over 250,000 views, is the video from the Next Great Magician. That's on ITV. So how did I get that show? I did not know anything about the show. So while the show was being filmed, I did not know anything about it. And I get a call from Debbie Young, who was the producer of the show back then. And she said, someone told me that you just won the Close-Up Magician of the Year, the Magic Circle. So this is, I'm talking about in 2016, when I just won that title. It's about 3-4 years ago now. Wow. She called me up. She said, hey, we've heard that you just won that competition. Would you mind coming and auditioning for our show? So I said, why not? I was trying to audition for everything I could at that time. So I went to the offices in Oxford Street and I met Debbie and I did some stuff to the video, which I showed her my usual stuff and just chatted with her, said I could do this, I could do this. And at that point I was given the option to either do it at the Only Ways Essex, the Sugar Hut, the TV show with them, which we eventually went through. And the other one was the Comic-Con. This was Comic-Con happening in Birmingham, I think it was. So then after the audition, they called me and said, I think you're really good for the show and we're definitely going to have you on board and you got the part or whatever. And I didn't realize, but I was one of the last people picked on that show. So if you thought I was part of the thing right from the start, you're wrong. I was one of the last people to do it. In fact, I was on the last episode. So that show had about, I think, 5 episodes or 6, I'm not too sure, but I was on the last one. It was me, and then the person that closed the show was the world champion at that time, Hector Mancha. How did we film everything? I had been given a lot of things to practice with. So Robert Pound, in fact, shout out to Robert Pound, he helped me a lot with this. So he was given to me as one of my consultants on my episode, and we ended up having a lot of chats over the phone in the office. Finally decided this is what we want to do. A lot of those things hasn't been shown on TV, so it's a lot of the footage that you saw, I would say, was about, you saw 5 minutes of the actual footage, but we were filming 2 hours, 2 sets. That means we had to get the celebrities in 2 different goes, just because in case something didn't work out, we had another go of that. So I think it was the Only Ways Essex. I'm so sorry because I don't watch the show, I don't know anyone's names, but you'll see the video clips playing in the background, so you know who the celebs are. So they came in staggered with 2 different sets. And I think the first one had about 3 people and the second one had about 4 people, or I think it was the other way around, I'm not too sure. And finally we started filming. So they came into the bar, they really didn't know what they were going in. All they were told was, they booked by their agency, said, hey, we've got this job for you, all you got to go and do is just watch this guy and then see what, and then say whatever you think at the end, or just react normally. So they came to the bar, they saw me behind the bar, shook my hands, that sort of thing, and I just started doing my bar act. So a lot of the bar act, I think you did not see, or I think you did see with me pouring into the cocktail shaker and it's floating. So this is my old bar act. What you did not see, which you had great reactions, was the straw. You know I do the straw trick, and if you haven't, go and check out the tutorials on this channel. But I did the straw trick. The straw spun around them. We took many goes with that. It didn't really land in the first go, but when it actually landed after about 4 or 5 goes, they were all screaming, but you couldn't really see that show. Another thing that Rob created was the color changing shot glasses. I can't go into any methods about that, but it was basically me pouring into shot glasses that were changing colors. That wasn't shown on the show either. We did a lot of things. I did my contact ball, that wasn't shown either, but I think I'm really happy with the way they edited it, because it made me look so good. So on the days of filming, there's a lot of different footages that we needed to get. So I think we did do the filming before we did the hero shots. Now when I say hero shots, what that is that's the introduction to the person on stage. So I think on the announcement they said, the next person you're going to see is Brendan Rodriguez, I think the most stylish magician, that sort of thing, and then they had me throwing coins up in the air. I will do that tutorial very soon. So if you want to learn that, give it a little thumbs up, and if I get about 60 thumbs up on this video, I'll do a tutorial of me juggling on how to juggle coins. Let's get back into the filming. When I walked into the Sugar Hut, I was so overwhelmed because there were so many camera crew. There was like trucks, loads of people came down with camera equipment, and that entire place was cameras all over the place. There was cameras up, down, all over the place, and it was it was just, they called in about 30 extras to dance in the back, so the whole vibe was, it was like a club night, but it wasn't. It was just filmed in the afternoon, but they had to make it look like it was a club. So it's a lot of people. These are extras. All they were doing is just dancing to nothing. There was no music, but they just wanted people in the background. So when they're filming certain shots, they have a lot of people in the background just sort of dancing. To answer a lot of your questions, no one was in on it apart from my team, obviously my camera crew and my consultants. But in terms of the public, they weren't in on it, because some of the shots I know were at certain bad angles where they could see what was going on. But I can assure you, they just met me. Everyone just met me on that day. So none of the celebs were told who I was. They didn't even know what they were there to see. They just said, look, someone's going to go and do something, just got to watch it. So I think that's what it looked like to me, at least. Then we finished filming, and I think it took us about 4 hours to do that. After 4 hours of constant filming, we had to head home. But I was there from like 10 o'clock in the morning till about 6 o'clock. So I was there pretty much all day, because I had to get my hair, makeup, all of that sort of stuff done, then do the rehearsals. But the actual filming took about 4 hours. So that was my story. And then when I went to the actual day of filming, all I did was walked up on stage with Stephen Mulhern and Rochelle Humes. They spoke to me, asked me a few questions, and that's it. Everything was played on the VT. So they basically played a video of my performance. I didn't really have to perform live like some of the other acts. And that was all filmed in 2016, and then I think it aired in 2017, or I think late 2016. That's when it aired on TV. Because I remember that back then I started getting a lot of bookings for weddings in 2018 and 2019. Yeah, so it was a crazy experience. So that was a little story time with the Next Great Magicians. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. The thumbs up is for the tutorial, but let me know in the comment section if you want to see more videos like this. I will try and make some. I can talk about other things that I've done. But until next time, I'll see you very soon. Bye bye everyone. Thanks for the support. See ya.